Hello to all my friends out there. Well, believe it or not, I have some icy cold tea. It's still very hot here in San Diego, but I'm bearing up. So I want to get some of my cheap recipes out there. So two things are really going to help you if you stockpile your freezer full of dollar sausage and bacon ends. So with your bacon ends and your dollar sausage, you can make fried rice. So what I did is I fried sausage in a little pan, and I kept out a little bit of the grease in the pan, and then I put a little grease in this pan, and I want to add a little margarine to the one side of the drippings. And on the margarine side, I want to I want to make some scrambled eggs. So I have one egg, and I have a little bit of evaporated milk left that I bought 50% off. So I want to mix that half and half with water. I definitely try to stockpile as much evaporated and powdered milk as I possibly could. I'm just using one egg. So what is good about this fried rice is if you have sausage or bacon and some eggs, you can make some fried rice. So my fried rice has improved because I watched a good video on fried rice, and I put it on my Twitter if you guys want to see it. So I want to fry my egg. I want to scramble my egg. So I'll just use a little salt, not too much though, because keep my oil over to the one side because, okay, you know, sometimes when you make your own fried rice, your sausage or your eggs can get a little rubbery. Well, what the experts do is they take the eggs and the meat out while they stir fry the rice and the vegetables. And that way none of your food is overcooked. And that's how you get the nice fry on all of your rice. So see how I have the oil on the one side of the pan? I mean, sometimes I have poured it over the top. You know, the egg, I have everything in there frying, and I poured the egg over the top. That's good too. But this video is how to get by if you're really starting to get pretty low on resources, God forbid. Okay, so now I watched a good movie. I mean, not a good movie, a good video, and it was End Time Teacher Warning, SHTF Worldwide Food Shortages Coming 2021. Prepare. Life and death are in the balance. Okay, so I agree with this. You know, what we're doing now could literally result in life or death if a bad famine or something occurs. And so mainly what you want to do is you want to stockpile food. Right now you can still pretty much, there's some long lines of food in food pantries though. So what he's saying is, you know, your life is in the balance. Are you going to stockpile? Are you going to prepare? Or are you going to trust that everything is going to be okay? There's another thing I want to mention at this time, you know, with people at home. I believe there is a lot of crimes being committed against children in their own homes. Crimes against the unborn and the homeless are being committed daily. And evil plans against America from within and without. So you might say, well, Rhoda, if you believe that, you know, how can you believe everything is going to be okay? Because in the Bible, it talks about the destroying angel. And so what we're going to see, now I want to fry my rice up. What we're going to see is, not to say bad things aren't going to happen to good people, but what is going to happen, we're going to see unexplainable stuff happen to people, and it's just going to make no sense. How could this happen? Such as they're just going to drop dead, or there's just going to be horrific accidents. Another thing is these false prophets and teachers. Their evil deeds are going to be brought out into the light. And they're going to be disgraced, and, you know, people are going to find out the stuff they're doing is not going to be hidden, basically. So we're going to be seeing that. And when it happens, you're going to say, wow, you know. Okay, so now what we would want to really concentrate, the video Lifetime Teacher Warning, SHTF, Worldwide Food Shortage is coming. He's saying that what's going to happen is your children are going to starve, literally starve. You know, there's not going to be any food for your children or you, or, and you know, we're going to have, I think, you know, a lot of the Christians predict this because there's going to be, you know, in the end of times, they say there's going to be famines. And, you know, I wouldn't doubt that. And so a lot of people think, well, just because, you know, since I live in America, everything is going to be okay. Really take a look at the street people wherever you live. And another thing is, what about lots more street people coming? So one of the things that I think would be prudent to stockpile is cans. As many cans of food as you can buy, fruits, vegetables, meals, evaporated milk, if it isn't a can. And next time you go to the store, take a look at the canned food and say to yourself, how much food is really here on these shelves? And what could happen, and I hope not, what could really happen is almost overnight it could be gone. Some of the prophets had dreams where they would be in literal lines and the people in back of them couldn't get food. So we have to, the thing to do is prepare and hope that never happens. I think what would be expected more is that the destroyer would pass over the land. And so the judgments are generally for the evildoers, the people who are perpetrating crimes against other people. Maybe no one knows about it, but unfortunately for them, God does. So cans of food, non-fat dry milk, bacon and sausage, and say to yourself, okay, am I willing, okay, so now I'm going to put my, so this way my stir fry isn't, my meat, I'm leaving my meat on the top, you know, while I'm stir frying. Okay, the other thing is cereal and milk. I'm getting ready to buy 10 pounds of oatmeal at Smart and Final. Beans, rice, and bacon, and lard. Okay, you need your lard. It's going to be a good stir fry. And you can make big batches of this. Stockpile 60 eggs at the beginning of the month. And this homemade stir fry is so much better than anything you can buy. And then you need some onions. Green onions would be good, but I had chives, so I thought I'm going to use my chives. You need some onion. And then you need salt, pepper, and sugar. Quite a bit of pepper. This smells good, you guys. There's not going to be any more eating out buying rice bowls. No, you're going to make yourself a nice big bowl of rice. You're going to eat it at home. And then this was probably costing, what, $1? Then you're going to go out and you're going to spend the difference on some dollars shopping. Oh no, I got Worcestershire sauce out instead of soy sauce. What do I do? I try to find these big ones at the dollar shop. Okay, so now my rice is getting a nice brown crust on it. Okay, I'm going to move that over here. And then with my sausage, I have a little bit, I'm not going to be wasteful. I'm going to make myself a little pan of gravy. And if you saw the last video on some snacks, one really good snack is gravy and bread. And then if you can, try to find your bread marked down. And this is really good bread, and it's going to taste good with my gravy. If you cool your rice first, it's going to come out so much better. So what I like to do when I make my gravy is I like to make my gravy a little bit like soup, and then I cut my bread like in long bars, and then I dip my bread in my gravy and I eat it. Tonight I will probably eat this gravy in the middle of the night. Sometimes I eat so, see how there's no wasting, not even of the drippings? But what you need is you need, now this is the rest of the evaporated milk, 1/2 evaporated milk, 1/2 I had a little bit left. And then the gravy's turning out good this time. Sometimes it doesn't, I just eat it anyway. So you might be thinking, I don't have any money, Rhoda. What am I supposed to do? Well, you have to go to the food banks. You have to go to the pantries. You have to call 211. You know, when I was trying to help my friend who didn't want any help, my idea was to take her every single day to a different pantry. And then she would keep that up indefinitely. I would have been taking her every single day. But what I do is the minute that someone stops cooperating, I stop. I go, okay, it's time for you to do it. Because all of the pantries were within walking distance to her house. She just didn't want to do it. She didn't want to go, which I don't blame her. It's very unpleasant. But how about being stuck in your house with no food? That's going to be very unpleasant as well. So my gravy is looking good. So see how fast that was? So now a lot of times when no one is around, I just get my bread. This is a good way to use up the heel of your bread. And you know, I cut off a little piece and I dip it in my gravy. Yummy, see? Mmm. Mmm. Now say that. This way your kids won't be going hungry. So that was the prediction of the video. Your future hangs in the balances. So then I'm just going to put some tasty soy sauce. Ooh, that gravy's good, you guys. I'm going to put some tasty soy sauce on this. So this is so much cheaper than a rice bowl. And the truth is, the actual truth is, this food, uh-oh, I dropped my bread on the floor. This food that you make at home is much better than the food you buy out. Now, for dessert, I made myself a little batch of granola bars. There's my granola bars. Okay, these granola bars are good. I already ate one because, you know, I couldn't wait. So what's good about my recipe is you can use any cereal. So I bought this cereal at Walmart for $1 and it's like Lucky Charms. And I pretty much ate all the Lucky Charms cereal out one night. And then, you know, I made myself these tasty granola bars. Look at this. And then in my freezer, I had coconut and nuts. So I just used whatever I had. I used corn syrup, but you can use honey. I didn't use any cinnamon this time, but I could have. I didn't use any chocolate chips. Sometimes I do. I used some raisins. I had some sunflower seeds. Ooh, my stir fry looks good. Okay, take a look at this. You guys, this is really, really good. Okay, now, all right. If you're new to stockpiling, here's a good way to start. So you have your bacon, you have your beans. Now, the frugal, on Frugal Life, she said peas and lentils as opposed to beans. I kind of agree, they cook faster. And during the potato famine, this is what they ran short on. This would be wheat flour, so you can survive. This time we've been very lucky because for some odd reason we have been given a year. Furthermore, the government has subsidized our incomes. So that has, as far as I know, that has never, ever happened in history. Never. So this is maybe $1. That's quite a bit of, and then, you know, I put more soy sauce. I could have put more grease. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm glad you met me because you're not going to run out of food anymore. You're going to prepare. You're going to call 211. You're going to find the pantries. You're going to find the churches. You're going to secure resources now where you can still get them. You're going to go and you're going to apply for HUD if you need it. And you're going to pray to God for help. What I pray at night for my followers is, God, could you please send some of those angels to help my followers? And if any of them are sick, could you please give them some of those trees, those leaves from the tree of life? And could you send help to them, whether it be a miracle or a person? Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.